I don't know if anyone will believe this, but here it goes. Last autumn, I visited a small flea market. At one table, I noticed an old wristwatch, one of those heavy metal ones that looked decades old. The seller handed it to me and said only one thing: "It runs a little ahead." I assumed he meant it gained a few minutes every day. I paid $3 for it and took it home. That evening, I noticed something strange. The watch was always exactly 5 minutes ahead of my phone. I adjusted it several times, but by the next day it was once again exactly 5 minutes faster. Then things started getting weird. One morning, the watch showed 8:17 a.m. My phone showed 8:12. I glanced out the window and saw my neighbor walking back from the mailbox carrying a stack of letters. 5 minutes later, when my phone reached 8:17, I watched the exact same thing happen. Same walk, same letters, same movement. I convinced myself I was imagining it, so I tested it again. A few days later, my watch showed 3:41 p.m. At that exact moment, a framed picture fell off my living room wall and shattered on the floor. It scared the hell out of me. 5 minutes later, my phone read 3:41. The picture fell again, the exact same way. Same sound, same angle, same cloud of dust. I had no explanation. Over the following weeks, I started using the watch to predict things. I knew when my coffee would spill. I knew when my phone would ring. I knew when the bus would be late. Everything happened exactly 5 minutes after I saw it on the watch. For a while, it felt like having a superpower. Then one night, I looked down at the watch. It read 11:58 p.m. And I saw myself, not in a mirror, standing across the living room. The other me was completely still, staring directly at me. I dropped the watch. My hands were shaking. I checked my phone. 11:53 p.m. 5 minutes remained. I sat frozen in my chair. 11:54, 11:55, 11:56, 11:57. My heart felt like it was trying to escape my chest. Then my phone finally changed to 11:58. The room was empty. No second version of me. No figure watching from the corner. I laughed nervously and stood up. Then I heard a voice behind me. "Now it's your turn to wait 5 minutes." I turned around and saw myself standing exactly where I had been 5 minutes earlier. I never wore the watch again. In fact, I threw it into a lake 2 years ago. But sometimes, late at night, when the house is completely silent,